Get those tissue boxes ready, folks. In this video, we've compiled some of the most emotional homecoming moments of soldiers reuniting with their loved ones after serving their country. This little guy was seeing his dad after spending more than 300 days apart, and his reaction is absolutely adorable. Doesn't it just warm your heart? This mother literally couldn't contain her excitement when her daughter decided to pay her a surprise visit. You can just tell she'd been worried sick about her daughter. This grandmother was so overjoyed after seeing her grandson come back from the Ukrainian front lines that she couldn't even stay on her feet. Luckily, her grandson was right there to give her a big old hug. This military dad had been away from his family for more than 10 months, and he surprised his son in the most unexpected way possible. And well, it was all waterworks from there. While the dad's unexpected arrival not only made his son's day, but also brought joy to the entire class. This family thought they were just doing a regular photo shoot. What they didn't know was that the photographer had secretly conspired with this military officer to help surprise the whole family. At first, none of them even know what's happened, but when they do notice, everyone's reaction is priceless, especially the mum. When this soldier got back from deployment earlier than expected, all he could think about was to go meet his dad. And that's exactly what he did. We'll let their reactions speak for themselves. This little girl got the best Christmas present ever when her mother surprised her during her concert after being gone for over 14 months. An unforgettable moment for them and everyone else. A true Christmas miracle, if you will. This girl knew that her family would be coming to her Air Force graduation ceremony. However, what she didn't know was that her brother was back from Romania to tap her out, and as soon as she heard his voice, she started to get emotional. While she tried to keep her composure and remain professional, it was clearly a challenge right up until the moment her brother finally hugged her. This soldier wasted no time getting a job after coming back from deployment. All jokes aside though, it's heartwarming to see the family's reaction when they see him. Or maybe they're just excited to finally get their food. Sarah couldn't help but feel a little sad that her brother Daniel, who she had always been close to, wasn't able to be there on her wedding day. However, right at the last moment, he was granted leave and managed to rush home just in time for his sister's big day. Jennifer Sanders and her stepdaughter Bria Sanders had been called to the office at Churchland High School, confused as to why they were there, but their confusion quickly turned to shock and joy when they saw Brent standing there in his Air Force uniform. This mother came back from deployment 1 month early, and she just couldn't wait to surprise her son at school. Just one word for his reaction: priceless. This kid decided to pay his mum a visit right after graduating from military boot camp, and her reaction will completely melt your heart.
Wow.
This military officer surprised his daughters at school, and, well, we're just gonna let their reaction speak for itself. Adorable. A Ukrainian soldier came to visit his family after spending more than 8 months on the front line, and neither he nor his younger brother could keep it together when they met. This man was in for a surprise when his son showed up unannounced to celebrate his 70th birthday. And boy did he just prove that age is just a number, or what? Get this man on the US gymnastics team. This dad was so over the moon after reuniting with his son, he literally couldn't believe his eyes. Careful there, Dad. You're going to squeeze the life out of the guy. This soldier managed to get back right in time for the holiday season, and his family literally couldn't be any happier about it. This soldier decided to pull off a hilarious prank on his twin brother after coming back from deployment, and while it may seem a little mean to scare your brother like that, things do get pretty wholesome really quick. Guess that's siblings for you. Can't live with them, can't live without them. This middle schooler was called to the principal's office for what he thought was a random survey about his family. Little did he know that this was all just a super elaborate plot to reunite him with his mum, who had just come back from deployment.
Any other siblings?
Oh my God. Dang, you're tall.
This soldier came back home at just the right time when his entire family was gathered in the kitchen. And everyone's reaction to the surprise will make you want to bawl your eyes out. This definitely has to be the cutest family reunion we've seen on this list. A real-life version of Olive Oyl and Popeye, if you ask us. This scene is heartwarming and emotional as the Marine officer, Second Lieutenant Charlotte Williams, receives her first salute from her grandfather, Staff Sergeant Williams. The moment is pure magic as the two embrace and tears of joy stream down everyone's faces, including the guy at the back who tries to play it off like it's no big deal. It's okay, my dude, you can cry too. This sister struggled to hold it together when her older brother surprised her at school during recess. He's definitely going to tease her about this for the rest of her life. Still doesn't take away from the incredibly wholesome moment though. This adorable reunion is proof that a mother's love is in fact blind. These siblings somehow convinced their mother to be blindfolded under the guise of a guessing game. However, this was actually a setup so that they could surprise her with her son Brian, who had just come off of deployment. It's honestly heartwarming the way she instantly recognizes that it's her son. She had those mama bear senses dialed up to 100 that day. While this father-daughter reunion wasn't exactly a surprise, the reaction will have you convinced otherwise. Carly knew her dad was coming home, just not exactly when. As her team was up to bat, Sergeant Clark made his way onto the field. It was a moment 9 months in the making, and honestly, it looks like all that waiting paid off. This dad surprises his daughter at school, and it's honestly a really powerful moment. Tears rolling down their eyes, the whole school applauding at the background. Can't get any better than this. This sister decided to surprise her sibling after going a year without getting to see them. And well, they made it no secret that they missed her. You all want to see what the perfect Christmas present looks like? Yeah, good luck trying to one-up that. This soldier decided to surprise his little sister at school just days before Christmas, putting those cheerleading skills to good use. Alright, let us pull up some more videos you do not want to miss out on. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.